Knowledge, it ain't free. You gotta pay attention.
A dynasty in motion, reshaping the sport's greatest tradition, channeling the legends of his line and surpassing them. 4 of the last 6 Derby winners carry his genes. A Golden Son, a Horse of the Year. Another chapter written beneath those iconic spires. Derby dreams fulfilled for the titans of our industry. From authentic to sovereignty, a legacy both real and supreme. Into mischief.
And they're off in the Kentucky Derby.
You're watching Past the Wire TV, the biggest races at the best tracks. From the Kentucky Derby to the Breeders' Cup. The best horse racing coverage is right here on Past the Wire TV.
It's always a pleasure for me, Jonathan, to be with you. You were the first person to give me an interview when I came to United States, so I will be grateful to you forever.
I knew you were one of the best riders in the world.
Legend himself, Frankie Dettori. Ciao, Frankie. Tutto a posto.
Tutto a posto. Yes, that's a good start. So you haven't lost.
You're watching Past the Wire TV.
All right. Hello, everyone. Here we are a week after the Belmont Stakes. And what a great race that was. The top 3 finishers in the Derby is your top 3 finishers in the Belmont, the same exact order. All 3 of them ran very well overall. The top 2 probably ran the best overall of the whole group, but it was a really good race. And I think we're going to have this type of racing, hopefully for the rest of the year, them challenging each other constantly. And hopefully at one point we will see them in the Breeders' Cup Classic, but then there's other older horses that are still running out there, Fierceness, Sierra Leone, there's a couple others that could do it. So we might have one of the best Breeders' Cup Classics ever, maybe. Let's see. I also want to thank Racelens for everything, all the tools that they give us for this show. And remember one thing, if you got any questions about anything, owning, claiming, anything in between, shoot me an email right here, charles@pastthewire.com. And if you want my whole card for Churchill, that's what we're doing for Saturday. We're going to try to hit a pick 5 there. And we'll see what we could do. And so let's go and get this here and start this off. We're going to start with race number 6. We're going to do the bookends of the pick 5. How about that? The 6th and the 10th. So we're going to start off with the 6th race, the number 1 horse here. Horse has got tons of speed. Looks like it going to be one of your early runners for sure. There's other speed in here that could do some damage, but this horse has definitely got some talent. For a 4-year-old, been in this ranking right here for, looks like for a little while here. 50,000 claiming, optional, non-winners of 2, non-winners of 3. So, and the horse that was in a claiming last time out. So, with that being said, this horse has got plenty of talent to do some damage in this race. Personally, I don't think for the win column, I like this horse more on the bottom side of my exotics, like, the tries and stuff. So I'm going to take this horse more on the bottom side. I'm not too worried about this horse on the front end on that. I think there's a couple other horses that could do it. The number 2 in this race, claiming price for $50,000 for Detro. Last time out, didn't do too good on that. It was kind of a clunker. So you could probably even throw that race out if you want. The horse was a gelding, first time gelding in that race. Who knows what really happened? He bobbled at the start a little bit, but not for the way he ran. They got dropping this horse into the claiming race here for 50,000 out of a War Front, out of a Empire Maker mare. I think this horse has got talent for the future. If you're looking at claiming horses, get your checkbook out. Write that checkbook for 50,000. This might be one of two horses on here that I think would be a very good claim for the future. This horse has got plenty of speed. The horse could win at 7 furlongs, could win at a mile, probably could even stretch out to a mile in the 16th. And the turf has done okay on turf, nothing super exciting, but the horse does have some talent for turf also, especially being out of War Front. But anyway, this horse has got tons of talent to even win this race. I really like this horse a lot. I think this is one of two horses that could win. So with the odds being a morning line at 10-1, you got to really take a look at this horse, betting wise, if you're not going to claim this horse. So I think this horse is probably the now horse in this race with one other horse. The 3 is that other horse. Last time out, threw in a clunker. Just did not look good in that race. I don't know why. It was an allowance race, non-winners of 2. So there's plenty of conditions still for this horse to run. Great breeding again. This horse has never ran on the turf. So you could even try this horse on the turf. Peter Urton is the trainer. They're dropping this horse into 50,000, probably worth every bit of it, in my opinion. Just off the bloodlines alone, this horse has got that early speed, pressure type speed. Definitely a now horse. Jose Ortiz is on fire, 21%, and ROI of plus 15% in the last 30 days. So I think this is the other horse that's one to beat. So look out. And if you're not claiming it, it might be the one of them that you would want to bet on. The 4, another horse with some speed. Now remember, they're going a mile here, so there's going to be plenty of speed in here. It's who is going to relax the best and go, maybe sit second or third. And I think the 2 and the 3 both could do that kind of running. This horse, I think, has to have the lead, in my opinion. This horse was claimed last time out for 30,000. They're bringing this horse up to 50. Time before that, the horse was claimed for 20,000. So this horse has been hot at the claim box. I think now the price range is probably a little too high, personally, for me. The 4 here, it's got some talent, a lot of speed, but I think this horse needs to cut back in distance and go back at 6.5 furlongs. I think is more to his liking. The 5, another one with some kind of speed, but another one I think has to have lead, and if he doesn't get the lead, he's done. And I don't think this horse will get the lead. Cherie DeVoe does train this horse. You got to like that part with Hernandez aboard. But if they could get this horse to relax, this horse could be a little dangerous. But for my money, I'm taking a seat back. I'm not going to be licking my chops too much on this horse because it's a 7-horse field. It's kind of hard to get a price on this field. The 6, another early type of horse, but I think this one's more of a pressure style. I don't think he has to have the lead. Here's another one, possibly if you wanted to. Maybe you want to claim this horse for 50. Personally, I would probably wait till he gets to 32, maybe. But if he wins this race, you're not going to see him at 32. The horse does have that rating type of speed. The horse can handle turf for future in the future. So this horse has got talent. For me, it's on the bottom side of my exotics for the exactas and trifectas. The 7, another early pressure type of horse. Horse does show that he has the talent to do this. Was claimed, was in a claiming of 50,000 last time. Did okay, just gave in at the last second. I'm going a mile and 16th. So will this horse get the lead? I don't know if this horse is really going to get the lead or not. I don't know. They said early speed, then tired. Yeah, third race after layoff, looking for improvement. Yeah, I think I'm looking for an improvement here too. So I'm going to take a seat back. I'm going to watch this one. This horse does have that kind of scary type of talent. 9-2. There's some rumors out there. Some people are already talking about this horse, betting it. So who knows? This might be one of your second, probably third favorite. But for me, I'm going to just take a pass. So let's go and see what Race Lens has, how they see this race panning out and on their charts. All right. Okay, first of all, they got the 3 going out there in front. I don't know if the 3 will go out in front. I think the 2 and the 3 will sit second and third, somewhere around there. They got the 4. I think the 4 might go out the front. Possibly the 6 and the 7, I think, might even have a shot at going to front. But I think the 4 will probably be your leader. On the midway pack, they're seeing 1, 2, 3, basically. In not necessarily in that order, 2, 3, 1, really. 4 sitting back there. I think it's just going to be flipped. If you just took a mirror image and flipped it around, I think it's going to be 4, maybe 2, 3, 1, someone like that. On the backside. At the finish, they're saying a 75% chance that the 7 is going to win. You guys already know where I lie. The 2 horses, they have 6 and 5-1, and they have the. I think it was the 4 at 5-1, 5%, 4 at 5%, 3 at 4%, and 1 at 4%. I personally have the 3, 2, 6, 1. I don't even have the 7 people. Race Lens does. Who do you go with? I don't know. I mean, here's my setting for the probable factors. On the dirt, I have speed of 4, class is a 5, form and distance are at 4. I have my settings at jockey and jockey trainer at 3. I have the pace at 4, trainer and track at 5. Then I have the angles at 3, and then I have track conditions at 4. Remember, we might be getting some rain on Saturday, so pay attention to that. The horses got to like this track, especially when it's muddy. So beware on that. So there's that, and here's a show the odds. They have the 7 going off of 1-4. You got 9-2. They're saying that's going to be the favorite. I think it's going to go off more like the second favorite. I think the 3 is going to be the favorite. Possibly the 1 second favorite, and 7 somewhere. I think it's going to be 3-7-1 or 3-1-7, something like that. And odds. All right. So let's go to the 10th race. But before we do, once again, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button right down below, right down here. There's a little bell there. You get every one of our shows. You catch every one of my shows, because I know that's what you really want to watch. It's my show. But no, you could also get John, Gio, all their shows. And, now we're going to be, since the Triple Crown's done, we're going to be hitting, big races, and big race meets, like Del Mar, Saratoga, and Kentucky Downs. When Kentucky Downs opens up, that's a huge meet. If you've never ever gone to that track, if you have the opportunity to go to Kentucky Downs when it's running, remember they only run like 7 or 9 days, something like that. That's all they do, and they run like 2 days, take a day off, or 2 days off, something like that. So check out that schedule. Go down to Kentucky Downs. It is a blast. I mean, it's just different. They turn right, they turn left, they go uphill, downhill. Excellent track. You got your handicapping skills would be tested 100%. But if you follow me on those shows, I'll give you some clues of who to watch for and all that. And then, of course, you always have Del Mar and Saratoga. And if you're interested, anyone's interested in a pin hooking or racing syndication, I'm getting that started up right now. We do have some people that have already dedicated themselves to it. If you want to be one of them, or if you just want a question about it, find out how much we're going to, charge and get in, and what's the involvement look like, and how's that all look like, shoot me an email. Remember, Charles at Pass the Wire, and we'll get you on there. So let's go and hit that bookend, the 10th race at Churchill Downs. So let's see if we could get this pick 5 on Saturday. Hopefully there's no rain, but be prepared for it. Remember one thing, if there's rain in the morning, but they said no more rain after that, that track dries up very quickly. It's unusual track compared to a lot of other tracks. It doesn't take long for that track to dry up. Okay, here in the 10th race, this is going 1 mile and 3/8 on the turf. Now on turf, a couple of little clues. Most turf races, I should say, the high percentage is come from behinders do win. Now today being Thursday, the first race at Churchill Downs was on turf, and the horse went wire to wire. So there you have it. No, but majority of them do. So if you have a single speed horse, I should say, maybe that's the one you want to follow. But if there's more than one speed, maybe you better look at some nice closers, because this track does favor the come from behinders. The one horse in this race is a pressure style type of horse. Looked good last time going wire to wire. I don't see this horse getting an easy lead in this race. I don't think so. But, Michael McCarthy, Ben Curtis. Ben Curtis has been doing pretty good overall. Don't let these numbers, 2% and negative 89%. Ben Curtis is a really nice rider, and don't shake your head, because he is an excellent rider. And Mike McCarthy is putting him on a horse, so that's good enough for me. But in this race, I'm going to take a back seat. I think there's other horses that are much better in this race. The two last time lost the rider. I kind of stumbled a little bit. The horse lost the rider, and now the rider jumps right back up. Hirano just jumps right back on, so there's nothing there to be scared about. The horse didn't do nothing, probably nothing goofy. It was just one of those things, bad step, or somebody cut in front of him and they had to check real hard. So you could toss that race 100%. Don't worry about it. The time before that, the horse ran okay, ran pretty even overall. But this horse really hasn't done a lot. This horse needs to wake up, in my opinion. So for me, in this race, this horse needs to wake up for me. So I'm going to wait till this horse wakes up, and then I'll start saying this horse has a shot in some kind of race. The 3. Look at how this horse last 2 times ran. 1.5 miles at Keeneland, Churchill Downs. Didn't come from the clouds, but did come from more like mid-pack, only 4 lengths off the lead, 3 off the lead, and won. And if you really watch it, the horse was winning pretty convincingly. English Channel. So this horse is bred for the sod. The horse does very good on the turf. The horse is 2 for 3 at Churchill Downs turf. If it rains, I don't think there was a race in here. I don't remember thinking there was. I didn't circle it. Let's put that away. No. So I have no idea how this horse would handle a yielding track. If they go on the main track, Ignacio, the trainer, if he keeps this horse in the race, then I would still like this horse, because he's one of those trainers you got to trust. He's an excellent, excellent horseman. He doesn't get all the credit he should be getting. But when he has a nice horse, he gets a lot out of him, and he's going to get it probably out of this horse. And I really like this horse here. Is he a major player? Yeah, you betcha. This horse is a major player in this race. This one will be coming from behind, which this type of style on this course does like. So it's going to be favoring that horse a little bit more than normal on other horses. The 4, last time out, clipped heels, fell. This is when I have a problem with them usually betting them the next time out, because if they fell, the horse sometimes get a little spooked in the head. Sort of what like Steve was saying about his horse and the Preakness. when journalism bumped into him on the rail, that horse he got beat up pretty bad. So mentally, the horse could get a little messed up if something like that happens to him. So you kind of have to get a feel. But Cherie DeVoe is training this horse. I would say if this horse had any kind of mental problems after that, she's already worked on it with this horse, with company, and probably could put him in a tight spot and make sure that he would go through a hole or something like that. So most of the time I would take a back seat, but I think this horse is a major player in this race. This horse will come from behind. So look out. And especially for this track, he's out of Franco, out of the Lemon Drop kid, mare, brood mare. I'm telling you, this screams turf, screams long distance. So I'm going to toss that race. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to trust Cherie on this one. You got Jose aboard, Hot Jock at Churchill Downs. So I think this is a major, major player. Don't overlook this horse at all. The 5. Here's one of your other early pace horses, speed horses that might challenge whoever actually gets the lead. Someone's going to get the lead, and you've got a couple of horses that's going to push them along. You got Kenny McPeak and Julian Leparoux teaming up. They team up okay. They got 15%. Last time out, tossed that race. I mean, that horse didn't do a lick of running. But the time before that, tried to do something. Didn't quite cut it. The horse has had some time off, coming back super fresh. Is the horse coming back too fresh? Well, if anybody's going to get this horse back off of being fresh from December of 24, it will be Kenny McPeak. He's definitely a trainer that could do that. So I'm not too worried about that. So for me, I'm looking at this horse more of an exotic play, the bottom side of my exotics, my tries, and maybe an exactas. And Joe Sharp here has the number 6 horse. This horse is probably going to be your leader or one of them that's going to be sitting at least second. This horse has got tons of talent. Let's see, look last time on Churchill Downs, this horse gave it up at the end. Was there a lot of speed in that race? Yeah, this horse was sitting there second pretty much throughout the race. There's tons of speed. Joe Sharp could get this horse ready to rock and roll. For me, I think this horse is going to be your leader. I think it's got enough talent to even, try to go wire to wire, but there's plenty of other horses in here that's going to pressure this horse. Plenty. So, with that being said, I think this horse is more on the bottom side of my exotics, my exactas, my tries. But I do think this horse has a shot a little bit. But he's going to be definitely on the front end in the beginning. The question is, can he hang on? The 7. Another horse that could come from behind, probably a little bit closer than the other horses, the 3 and the 4. But for me, this horse, can he close well enough? I don't know. Florent is going to be riding this horse. You could probably get this horse in. The run style they're saying is not good for this come from behind. Well, on this track, come from behind does work. And look, you're out of English Channel, out of a Kitten Joy's mare. Does anything say turf more than that? I don't think so. So this horse is definitely built for the sod. Gotta like this horse. Does have the talent, but the horse just hasn't been doing it. I mean, you look at it, how many races since his last win? I mean, we could go back to December of 23 and he lost by 3/4 of a length. March of 24, he lost by half length. That's the closest he's got to a win in a long time. So for me, I'm taking a seat back. This horse is going to have to turn around just a little bit more to get my attention. The V8 here, look, this horse has got some talent. Look at this. This horse, last time out, finished well at Churchill Downs, closed pretty good, but just kind of was getting a little tired there behind Spirit of St. Louis. Spirit of St. Louis didn't do well last time out. So are we going to downgrade that race a little bit? Maybe so. For me, I think this horse is probably a player for the bottom side of tries and maybe exactas if you want it. 15-1, that might not be a bad idea. But other than that, I don't see this horse being a super major player for the win. The 9 here, another horse with speed, pressure type of speed. I don't see this horse taking the lead, but I see this horse actually, pushing them along. Dettori and Walsh as a team, when they team up, is only 6%, so you don't get much out of that. And the last time this horse won was in December. The horse has been close a couple of times. Horse at best is the bottom side of the exotics, but for me, I'm taking a pass on this horse. The 10, not much there. Last 2 times, really hasn't done much. Luis Saez is aboard for Michael Maker. If someone's going to get something out of this horse, probably Luis, but I still think this horse is up against it with a couple other horses in here. Maybe at best at the bottom side of the exotics, but for me, I'm taking a serious pass, and that's how I'm going to play it. So let's go and see what Racelands, how they think this race is going to pan out for the 10th at Churchill Downs on Saturday. In the early going, they're saying the 1, 6, 9, possibly the 2. I don't see the 2 being that close, to be honest with you. I see the 10 being that close. So I think those 4, 1, 6, 9, 10 will be your leaders. They're saying on the backside, the 1 and the 9 is going to go head and head, probably on the backside. I could probably almost see that. The 3, they're saying sit in third. I could probably see that, maybe fourth. And I think actually the 4 is going to be right there, pretty close with the 3. At the end, they say the 9 is going to win it by 26%. The 3 is going to be 22%. The 10 at 16, the 8 at 14, and the 4 at 5%. I say it's going to be 3, 4, 6, 5. Now, you want to see what the factors that I use on the turf course. Speed is 4, class is 4, form is 4, distance is 5, jockey trainer 3, pace is 4, the trainer is a 5, the track is a 4, angles 3, and then the track condition is a 4. Remember, if it rains, you got to look for those horses that can handle that. If they keep it on the turf, that is too. Let's look at the true odds, what they say for true odds here. They're saying, well, the 9 should be 5-2. You got 10-1. I don't think you're going to get 5-2. I think you're going to get probably right around 10-1, 8-1 on the 9. The 8 is 15-1, and it's supposed to be 6-1. I think you're going to get closer to the 15-1 on that. So I don't see it getting down to those lower odds. So those might be true odds if you are willing to bet those type of horses for that type of race in this. So there you have it. I'm going to show you now my pick 5 ticket of what I'm going to play. And here we go. Remember, it starts in race 6. In race 6, I like 3, 2, 6, 1. Now I'm going to go with the exacta 3 over the 2. Remember, that's that claiming race. If you got $50,000 laying around, let's go and find a trainer. Give me a call. We'll go and get that with those horses for you. But in the first leg of the pick 5, we got the 3, 2. Then the second leg, I'm going 4 horses deep. I'm going 5, 3, 1, 7. And then in that third leg, I'm going to go a little deeper. I'm going 5 deep in that third leg. I'm going 12, 2, 1, 7, 6. And in the fourth leg, which is race number 9, I'm going 6, 5, 8. And then the last leg, fifth leg, the last race, the 10th race, we just finished going over. I'm going 3, 4, 6. So with that being said, I'm going with the in the 7th race, 7, 3, 1, 7. The exacta is 5 over the 3. The 8th race, 12, 2, 1, 7. I'm going to do a try with the 12, 2, with the 12, 2, 1, 7, 6, 11 with the all button. And then the 9th race, I'm going 6, 5, 8, 4. I'm going to do an exacta box with the 6 and the 5 because I think they're going to be decent odds. So I'm going to box them up. And then the 10th race, 3, 4, 6, 5. I'm doing a 3 over the 4 and the 6. I think those two, the 4 and the 6, are going to be really tight there on that. I think the 3 could win this race. So there you have it. There's my picks for that. And let's go out there and get this pick 5. We've been knocking on the door for a while now. Remember, if it rains, you have to do some adjusting. Look at that track. If it rains in the morning, it'll dry out pretty quick. So be prepared for that. Until then, you guys, let's go out there and get those winners. Until then, see you.
You're watching Past the Wire TV.
Dan Oman here with some exciting news. DRF Formulator, the gold standard in past performance information, is now free, exclusively on DRF Bets. Join DRF Bets with the promo code WINNING, get a $250 first deposit match bonus, a $10 free bet, and free Formulator already uploaded to your account. Access Formulator's premium features, including sortable trainer stats, race replays, personalized trip notes, and lots more. Free Formulator, exclusively on DRF Bets.
Welcome to Past the Wire TV, your #1 source for horse racing news and interviews, handicapping analysis, betting insights, and more. Past the Wire TV covers the biggest races at the best tracks.
Garnet and Luis Saez to win the Belmont Stakes at Saratoga. The Grey Wizard is absolutely flying. Champagne won. The Grey Wizard. Oh, it's very close. Leave it to the judge.
Like, share, and subscribe to Past the Wire TV. Nobody does it better.
Here comes journalism, here comes sovereignty, and they square off, heading to the final front. Sovereignty wins the Derby!
You're watching Past the Wire TV. Hit that like button and subscribe to Past the Wire TV. Nobody does it better.
Nobody does it better.